Hello and welcome to another video. Apologies if I seem knackered. My eyes are just very tired and I've been looking at screens all day, so I don't know. Yeah, not feeling 100%. But anyway, I'm delighted to say that recently we passed the 200 subscriber milestone, which is very, very exciting. Thank you for all the support and all the subscribers. And of course, even if you're not a subscriber but you've left a nice comment or something, thank you very much. If you are viewing this channel and you find yourself not subscribed, which is about 96% of everyone who watches these videos, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I upload a video. My upload schedule is possibly not the most consistent thing, so it's well worth getting that notification bell ticked so that you do get those notifications. So now that we've hit 200 subscribers, I thought it might be quite interesting, hopefully helpful for some of you, but also very helpful for me to start a project that I've been thinking about for a little bit, but haven't been 100% confident on really sort of starting it up and getting it off the ground. And essentially I don't want to call it a saxophone method because I don't think I'm actually good enough to write a saxophone method. Essentially, it is almost like a method in that I'm going to try and cover as many aspects of saxophone playing as possible and really sort of dive into the nitty-gritty of all the things that we do. I want it to be a bit of a hybrid, so I'm going to be creating, and I've created one so far, I'm going to be creating a series of PDFs that I'm hoping to make free to download. I don't know quite how that's all going to work out, so if you've got any suggestions, let me know. For the time being, it's going to be a Google Drive link, which you can find, I think, in the description below. You should be able to just click that link and it will bring you to a Google Drive thing with a PDF. And you should, I think, be able to just download that PDF or print it off and you should be sorted. But my idea is essentially creating these worksheets that have got a few exercises on them. The worksheets I'm hoping are going to be suitable for practice and sort of learning from in their own right. I've written some bits of advice and guidance on how to approach each exercise, but also I think I want them to sort of interlock really nicely with a series of videos here on YouTube. So this is the first one of those. You can find the link in the description for a Google Drive document link that will give you the PDF for low register long tone exercises, which is just a small 2-page PDF that I have put together. So the idea is this with you get the worksheet, you download it and print it. Of course, use it in your individual practice as you do, but this video is here to guide you, to give you some pointers, maybe to note some things that aren't mentioned explicitly on the actual worksheet itself that might help you improve a little bit more. All I'm going to do is just the first exercise today, which is exercise 1. I've got exercise 1A and 1B, and these are just two different, essentially rhythmic patterns for this exercise. These are just straight long tones, all in the lower register. There's nothing that difficult about them. But the real challenge comes with sort of air control, support, and tone quality, essentially. Just a quick note on tempos. I've written these essentially for alto and soprano saxophone. So the tempos marked should be within a reasonable range for most players on soprano and alto saxophone. If you're a tenor or baritone player, you may find these tempos are a little bit too slow in that you might run out of breath before you can complete the exercise or complete certain phrases within the exercises. If that's the case, feel free to increase the tempo just a little bit, just so you're not, passing out at the end of each exercise. The other thing I would recommend right now before we jump into this is make sure you have either on your phone, on an iPad, on a computer, or an actual physical one, make sure you have a metronome and a digital tuner. We're starting off with the very basic stuff, and the idea is with it that as well as helping all of you guys out there who might be beginners, I'm hoping that it will also help the intermediate or more advanced players sort of revise the fundamentals. So this is exercise 1. I'm going to use the standard rhythm, which is exercise 1A, just for demonstrative purposes. Metronome is on. I'm going to set it at 60 beats per minute. With these exercises on this worksheet, faster tempos are easier. Slow tempos, the slower you get with these, you're going to run out of breath essentially. That's the real challenge, especially if you're using the rhythm that I've described in exercise 1B for all of the exercises. You're going to really struggle to get through those at a slow tempo. So I'm going to start at 60 BPM and just do the first exercise. So it's a very, very simple exercise. It's just a single note, 1B, but there are quite a few things that we might need to consider. The first thing is to consider tuning. If you listened carefully there, you'll notice the start of those notes for me, some of them I came in slightly under pitch and then corrected up, and some of them I came in slightly over pitch and corrected down. And that's something that's really worth paying attention with these long tones, is as soon as you start the note, you want to make sure that you're coming in as close to the right pitch as possible, but also learning how to adjust really quickly so that you do get down to the right pitch. The other challenge with them is also when you get to the end of the note, it can be hard to phrase those notes off, and you might find that if you're starting to run out of air, you might find that the end of the note starts to go a little bit sharp as well, which I can demonstrate now. If I now play exercise 1B at 60 BPM, which is slightly, I find it quite challenging, you might hear I start to go a little bit sharp at the end. So this is exercise 1B, 60 BPM. Yeah, you do need to take a good breath at the end of that one. What you want to focus on is just providing lots of air through the horn, controlling the sort of the vibrations of the reed, making sure it's as in tune as you can get it, and also making sure the starts and the ends of the notes are really neat, near, sort of on the beats exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're on the beat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, off. So I think it's just a really good idea to just be really disciplined with that, and it will really help you build a sort of a sense of rhythm and also a sense of real accuracy. These particular exercises, they're not exciting musically, but they really do present some real challenges for your playing. With the first exercise, I played it then on B, but I would recommend, if you're doing this as a warm-up for a practice session, I would really recommend you start on a B, but then you move down chromatically. So start on B. Now on B flat. Now on A. and then on it goes. Start on B, then B flat, then A flat, then G, then F sharp, F, E, E flat, E, D flat, C natural, B, bottom B flat. So you'll get to the point you're going. For me, my low B flat is a little bit sharp there, so I might work on trying to, adjust my lips and my tongue just to make sure they're bang in tune. And then once you've gone down to your low B flat, go back to your B, your slightly higher B, and then go B, C natural, C sharp. And then that is your entire register, your entire lower register done as your warm-up, and hopefully everything should be seating quite nicely. There we go, so that's the first exercise in this series of exercises on this worksheet. Please do download it at the Google link below, and let me know in the comments if you think this could be helpful for you. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.